Alright everyone, welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial here on my channel. I know there hasn't been one in a hot minute, but I am back, mostly. I have life stuff coming up soon, so we'll see how I can stick to this or not. But we are here today with this build behind me that is of course based off of another house that I saw, I believe, on Instagram. I'll go ahead and put the picture up right now in your face. And you can see side by side in the thumbnail, obviously, how well, at least you think in your opinion. If you think I did good translating this to Minecraft, let me know down below in the comments. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop right into the tutorial. Of course, if you do appreciate my tutorials, make sure you leave a like as well. Alright, so after analyzing the area for this cabin, you can see right here how much materials you actually need. 237 dark oak wood, 134 deep slate tile stairs, 86 deep slate tiles, 55 deep slate tile slabs, 48 black stained glass panes, 38 white stained glass blocks, 30 spruce trapdoors, 22 iron trapdoors, 16 black concrete powder, 14 birch slab, 10 coarse dirt, and 1 chain. And now that you know what materials you need, I'm gonna go ahead and hop right into the tutorial of actually building it. All right, so the hardest thing about this house is the design that's going with the stripped wood. Now, I used stripped acacia wood because I like stripped acacia wood and my resource pack has it a different color than actual stripped acacia in real life. Now, let's real quick go ahead and take my resource pack off for a hot second. And you can see this is what it would look like in normal Minecraft textures. It really isn't that bad, and I kinda like how it is such a crazy orange compared to all the darker colors going on in the house. Honestly, they both work. But of course, like I normally do, I'm gonna go ahead and rebuild it with a different block this time, being dark oak stripped wood instead of the acacia stripped wood. The hardest part with it, as I was saying, with the stripped logs, is the orientation that they're going in. As you can see, a lot of these logs, it's basically a checkered pattern. The hardest part to do it, though, is when you do a checkered pattern, is sometimes you got to get creative with how you place them. Otherwise, you can do checkered on one side, but then the alternating sign will be a straight line. Now, some places I accepted that because I didn't want to mess with it too much. Other places, like here, I was able to make it checkered on both sides, or on triple sides when you really think about it, because there's so many sides showing. It is a little harder to do, but I think it's worth it just for the design it gives itself, and it helps give some more character to these mostly flat walls. This house is exactly 13 by 15. It's a very small in quotation marks, house that you could probably do pretty easily in survival mode. I say that, but this is a lot of trees you'd have to chop down. Granted, if you found spruce or dark oak, it'd be a lot easier to do. Now to start out, we're gonna go over here next to this house, and we're gonna go up 1 block where we want the corner to be. So let's say we want our corner of the roof to be here. And then we're going to come over 13, so counting this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 would be here, and we're going to face it that way. Now, this house is very, very standard with its roof. Where are the tiles? I am blind. Very standard with its roof. As you do with most medieval houses, you'll do a regular stair, an upside down stair, a full block, regular stair, upside down stair, full block, regular stair, and you repeat until you get to the very top. So let me go ahead and do that. Also, as I'm building this, let me just say I do apologize if you hear background noise every now and again. I do have my AC on because it's summertime, guys, and it's hot. Now for the middle here, we just have an upside down stair connecting these two correct side up stairs, and then we go ahead and put a deep slate tile on top, just like that, until you have a nice perfect, I mean, I guess it is, this little triangle of a roof. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and take this all the way over, not all the way over, I should say. We're going to count over to the 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Put it there just so that we know that's where it's going to go. And again, do the same on this side. Not yet. Yeah, right about there. Just so that we know where the 4 corners are. Then with that being said, we're going to do our foundation type of thing for this house before we get into too much more. To start, we're going to come over 1 block from this corner here, underneath it directly, this upside down stair, and put a trap door. We're actually going to put 3 trap doors like so. Then we're going to leave a 2-block gap for the walkway into the house, and then the rest we're going to also fill up until we're at this upside down stair there on the corner as well. And you should have something that looks like that. On this side here, we're gonna skip the first 3, and then we're gonna place 5 of them right here, and then we're gonna skip the rest, and that side is done with trapdoors. On the back, the entirety is gonna be pushed back by 1, so not here, not directly underneath the corner, but pushed back, because there will be an upside down stair here, right? And then pushed, well, I guess not back, it's just directly underneath that upside down one. It just looks pushed back because it's, no, an upside down stair, and trapdoors are weird in my brain. No, I messed it up. Hold up. Cool. And I messed that up. Until you have something like that. And then on this final side, we're gonna skip another 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 5 more here and skip the last 4 until you have trapdoors like so. Now for the corners that don't have the pieces of the walls that don't have trapdoors, we're gonna line with black concrete powder, and it's gonna be in the same line as, well, I guess 1 block behind the trapdoors here. The black concrete powder there, black concrete powder here. Not on this one, because again, this is gonna be our stepway into the house. Black concrete powder here and here, just like a so. From here, we can start doing the roof a bit more. As we know, wherever, as you can see at least, wherever there's black concrete, the roof goes all the way down to the bottom. I've already done this incorrect. I do apologize. We're gonna get rid of that, put that there, and like this. So it's 2 blocks of black concrete powder, then the 5, then the rest. I can't believe I counted that wrong. So 3 here, and we're gonna skip this whole area where the trapdoors are, and then bring this one all the way over. And on this one should be fine. I just double checked it. It's 5, and then it should be 5 here as well, because this one's like perfectly in the middle out of the 15. So 5, 5, 5 is 15. And then you'll know exactly to copy that whole archway across it perfectly, but skipping the areas here and there, basically. I'm gonna go ahead and get to building the roof as it should be. All right, now that I have the roof pretty much mostly intact, except for these actual walls and some glass that we'll do in a second, we're gonna go ahead and do the planters we have on the side here. I used rooted dirt and coarse dirt, but in this one I'm just doing coarse dirt and coarse dirt on this side. It's not gonna be in the front or the back, but of course you could easily modify this to make it your own and have more planters built in. Then for all the places that have black concrete powder, you're gonna put iron trapdoors. Basically, for all the places that have black concrete powder, as well as one of these stairs hanging right here off the edge, just so it looks like the roof itself has a little more support, even though it's not really connected to anything, you know what I mean? But you can imagine it's like an extra brace for the roof onto the foundation. And at the same time, I do like the touch of color it gives. Well, white is not much of a color, but you know what I mean. It's a difference in color so far. Now in the roof, we do have some windows built in. The first one being here. It comes over 2 blocks, and it's 2 blocks wide, like this, and then it goes up another section like this. So really it's a 2x4 and then a 2x4 that's up and pushed back, so it's in line perfectly with these with the actual roof shape. And on the side back here, it's the 3rd one from the top, so here over 2, again 2 and 2. Let's go ahead and put that in, if I can click, and then that side windows are done. On this other side here, we're gonna come over on the second from the top, the second stair from the top here, over 2. Again, it's gonna be 2x2 on both levels, yes, you know what I mean. And then down here, come over 2 as well. We're gonna do a 3x2, so a little bit bigger, just to get some extra variation and details into this roof and give it a little more interest. Now from here, pretty much the hard part starts with getting the walls in, and then honestly, we're pretty much done. So we're gonna start with the back wall because it's the biggest, arguably the biggest wall of this whole build. So essentially with this back wall, we're gonna do, starting right here, and we're just gonna constantly alternate. The hardest part though is gonna be trying to get it to alternate properly when you're doing it like this, or even in survival. I can imagine this would be hard. You'd need a lot of temporary blocks to get it to be correct, type of thing. So just do your best. Obviously, you don't have to do alternating. You could always go ahead and just keep it straight, stripped lines, and that would probably look pretty cool too. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to just show you how I did it originally, even though it's with a different color wood. Once you get that first line though, it's probably going to be pretty easy to fill in the rest, at least on this section. The back wall is unique in that you only see one side ever, which is actually very helpful for when you're trying to do this alternating patterns. But the other parts of this house, you see the blocks on multiple sides, making it a little more difficult to make the pattern actually work for you. And just like that, we have it filled in. And as for actual windows, I did some random things. I put one block in there, and then I put like one here, and then I put like one here, just trying to give it a little more interest and light on the inside of the house too, but make it a little less boring. Even though it is still a pretty flat wall, at least you have, you know, of course, your pattern with the logs and then some extra glass too. Now these jut-outs that we're about to do is going to be a little bit trickier with how you place your blocks. These corners here that I didn't fill in from the actual roof, go ahead and put a full block there because you're gonna need it covered, because as you can see, it's pushed back by one block. So pushing it back by one, you don't really need any blocks there. You're going to alternate it again as we did with the last side, the back side, yes, words. And it's going to go up 5 blocks tall. So it's 5 by 5 square, basically, until you have something like that. Now for the window itself, you can really do whatever you want. I opted for doing a 2 by 3 like this, and I actually kept it with the stained glass, but you could obviously switch it out for whatever you'd like. Now we're going to push it out by 1. So this is a temporary block for now. You're going to push it out by 1. The thing is that we want it, I guess it didn't actually alter. What did I do? Excuse me. I guess we didn't actually alternate it on the original design, but I'm going to attempt to do it with this one just so that you can see how it's done, hopefully. So like that. That's how I'd get it on the side. So you'd want it to come out to the side and over. And then this can stand up, that can stand up, and that can go over to the side. Just like that. The question will be, how does it look here once we get it in? Is it going to be straight lined? Because if it's a straight line on the side, then I'll change. Then I believe I changed it. Yeah, because I made the whole thing look like it's been alternating. So we will find out in just a second if that's how it looks. Yep, see, it does that whole where it's a straight line. And that just means in this case that I believe you have to place it a different way. I'm trying to remember how. Like that. And that'll stand it up. So you have to bring it up by 1 in the back. You can't just stack it right on top. Otherwise the sides are aligned, which is very strange that it works that way, but it's Minecraft. And it's only going to be on these corner ones here that it'll matter, because these corner ones, and only when they're going vertically apparently, because the corner ones are the ones that we can see 2 edges on compared to the middle pieces that we only see 1 edge on. So again, we're going to stand up vertically, and this is another 5 by 5 section. So vertically go up, vertically go up, vertically go up, bring it forward, get rid of those like so, fill in the insides, and we got 1 more row to go. I just realized I didn't need to do this because it's not on the corner, so it's fine. Sometimes you just forget things, and I hope this makes sense to you guys. It's a little hard to think about abstractly and explain, but I'm doing my very bestest. If you do appreciate it, I appreciate you. If you don't understand it, please ask in the comments and I'll do my best to explain. So now we're gonna go ahead and have the wall come in and meet the wall here, the ceiling here, I should say, and we're gonna try our hardest to make sure that it actually alternates properly, which it seems to be doing just fine right now, which is quite a miracle. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Like that? I believe so. And then the other side as well. And then there we go. We have our little out jut. There's a name for these, but I'm forgetting what the name is. If you know the name, please let me know in the comments because I'm an idiot and I forgot. And then so it's gonna connect up here to the roof. As you can see, these tiles can fit right above it, the stairs. Then you can fill in the slabs on the very top. And then I just did a very simple half slab roof on it. You could make it go higher if you want. Hello? Let me on top of the roof. To meet up with the main tippy top, but I wanted it to be considerably flatter compared to the actual top here. But just like that, you have the first out jut. There's a word. I don't know what to call this. Tell me the word. I don't know. Now on this side, it's going to be the exact same thing. It's again going to be 5 by 5 and then push out by 1, 5 by 5. And then I did the exact same sized windows as well because I'm unoriginal. And as well with the roof on top connecting it. So I'm just going to go ahead and build it now. Now before we move on to the front of the house, I did want to add that I did add some side windows to this. Like up here, I believe on the original one, I added 2 individual, not like that, windows like that. And on this one over here, I also did a side window like that, just so it had a little extra details to it, you know? Oh, I actually did the 2 on that side as well. So I just reversed it. I'm silly. It's okay. You get what I mean. Just add windows if you need more detail. And without that, we're finally done with most of the house, and it's just the very front that's left. Now for the very front here, we're going to start with the actual walkway, entranceway here. So we're going to do 2 half slabs of your choice. Goes up another half slab to be a full block. Goes up another half slab. And here it'll, I believe, no. Just kidding, it does go up another half slab, like so. And then it comes over. So it's a 3 by 2 at the very top there with these half slabs leading down in a 2 by 1 section. All right, so on this corner here of our entranceway, we're gonna put 3 black stained glass panes like so. On the next one over, we're gonna have 2 that come out and then put a chain in between to look like a door handle. Right above this corner, we're gonna put 1 block of white glass and then another block next to it. And on top of this door slash on the corner of this white glass, 2 iron trap doors, and that is essentially your whole door. And now we just have to put in the walls for it. So the walls for it are a little tricky just because right here is actually where the first wall is because it's part of the door frame technically. And it goes all the way to the top, obviously. I'm just putting it there so that you know that's where a wall goes. Additionally, we're gonna have a wall here that wraps around the side type of thing. So that would be like that. And then here as well, I skipped the corner because I'm trying to keep resources as low as possible. And the reason why I'm starting it here is because this is going to help us dictate how we place the rest of our planks. Sorry, our logs, once we get to the rest of the front of this wall. See, again, this one's lined up with it too perfectly, so now we got to change it and find the right direction that it goes in. Is that even right? No. That right? No. Is that? No. That is correct on that side, but that is not correct on that side. That is correct on that side, but that is not correct on that side. Oh, Lord. That... See, this is what I mean by it's a problem doing this pattern sometimes, because then now I'm pretty sure I have to just redo all of this. Yeah, because somehow that ended up fixing it. Oh, actually that fixed it. I don't have to redo the rest of that. It was just that one block that was being a problem. And then we can fix the rest of this like so. Bring this up. Again, this corner one is always going to be a problem. There we go. That did it. And before you take the wall all the way up to the back, up to the top here with this back wall, we do only have it come up to here just because of how it gives you more interior space, and I prefer it that way. And I'll show you why when I show the interior that I made for the previous build. So let me just go ahead and start to fill this in so you see what I mean. And you should have something like this. Like this little pathway, entranceway in. I don't know what to call it. I feel like there's an actual term. Entranceway, patio, I don't know. And you could, I'm pretty sure the original photo, I could be wrong, but it had a larger deck in the front. You could easily make this a larger deck instead of having it just be a few steps up into the house. Now with this entranceway done, we just have to fill in the rest of this wall on the front and then put in some windows, and that's that. So let me get to that. And so you have something that looks like that. Now it does look awfully weird without having any additional windows in it. So let's go ahead and punch out a few blocks here to put in some windows. Maybe one here. No, I like it over maybe one more. And then here we could do one that's a little bit bigger. Not like that. I guess so. Like that. And then you have a finished little starter house type of thing. I don't know how else to describe it, but yeah, there's that. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. Oh, that's right, I needed to show you guys the interior. So let's go ahead and take an interior here. I was just messing around. And most of my interiors, as you guys may or may not know, are usually very decorative, but this one is not. This one I decided to take it as the perspective of you just got into a new world, you want to make a cute little house, so you make this cute little house, and then you're still using it as your first type of base thing. So keep that in mind as we walk in. So as we walk in here, I did take the staircase down instead of keeping it on the level that we had brought it up to, just so that we had more space inside here. We have a little cute little area there. And then a very large open living room area here with a chandelier, a desk, a couch. You could probably add more decor items if you really wanted to. But I wanted to keep it relatively simple because, again, the whole idea is that it's your first starter house type of thing. And if it is your first, then I'd assume you'd have a down and up water elevator or some type of drop to get you down to your mines or wherever you were mining. So I've included that there. I did use quite a lot of trapdoors to kind of section off areas, as well as flooring to help kind of guide how this floor, the house should feel sectioned off. You could even bring this dark oak planks all the way to the top if you wanted to really cut off the entryway, but I kind of liked having it open so that more light came through those windows. Now when you come to the staircase here, you can head down. It's a little tight, but there's some extra storage down here. Considering how there wasn't much of a porch, I could not really dig out the dirt that's behind these chests here that you can see, because then you would see it underneath where the trapdoors are, and I didn't want to have another wall color there. I mean, you could obviously like put like rock or gravel or something to make it look prettier and make it make sense from the outside, but I just left it as dirt because why not? Not like you really see it with the chests in the way. Then when you come out and up here, you get to see out your window with a lovely little, little azalea and be like, ooh, so pretty. And then you come up when you have a lot more storage up here, a little rug, a bed area, and then just some small little machines that I do, an auto composter and an auto furnace thing that eventually gets into the same chest type of thing. And then when you're down here to look up, I did obviously cut it off here. You could keep the floor all the way over if you wanted to, but I didn't want to interfere with these large mirrors here, so I kind of left the large mirrors alone. Plus, I do like the amount of light that it gives off, and the dark oak doesn't look that half bad when you're looking at it from the outside. Alright, well I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. If you did, please leave a like down below, comment if you haven't liked the comment, and subscribe if you're new, because it really does help out my channel. Additionally, I do want to say that I don't have a Patreon, so if you're feeling extra generous, please hit that join button or click the link in my description. And if you have any other questions, let me know, or join my fan Discord, that's also in the description below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Until then, bye guys!